95% of people do not have control of their dog, especially if it's eating. The dog's finally got freedom and goes...
Registered, microchipped, desexed, leashed, not allowed on the beaches or in the parks.
They came bounding over.
Hope you get the lot, you dog. I get back on protecting your mat. Hey?
If you're a fucking fair dinkum fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you'd have for breakfast, you fucking dog, cunt.
Then to come out and pump these assholes who have done nothing but put shit on us for so long, get a big dog up, you
I'll slit your throat, you mutt dog.
Long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up.
Is anyone sitting here? Is anyone sitting there? No one's there. Mom, are you here? Mother? Where is the saucer? Mother, come here, show us your new haircut. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey. All the way from Frensham Grammar Barrel, Fiona Teys. Give it up. Woo! Woo! Well, you can wrap me in a kebab and call me Donna, because I am starving. Hungry. As hungry as the little Rottweiler in Mullumbimby. Now, like a can of Pedigree Plus, like a can of Dog Chum Chum, like a can of fucking meat, you're not going to find in Mullumbimby. You're not going to find that this show right here changes your life. Yeah? That's your choice. But what it might do is change your mind. It might change your mind because I'm not the smartest little comedian up here at the City Comedy Store Encore. I'm not the smartest little girl, alrighty? I'm not like these other comics who can do sentence, punchline. Isn't it fucking amazing? For 55 whole minutes they do sentence, punchline, and they fucking finish on time. Isn't that amazing? It's so amazing they just have to get up here in a hoodie, zipped up to here. And that's all they need to do. A little hoodie, a little Bonds hoodie, zipped up to here. I'm in a 3-piece fucking suit. 4, 5. It's amazing. 5'7", white, clean hoodie. Thank you, Mum. I'm that kind of comedian who has to draw more lesbians. I'm the type of comedian who has to draw from her own life experience. You see, I'm the type of little silly stupid comedian who was walking down the street this time last year in suburban Perth, near Subiaco, mid-comedy circuit. The problem was I was tired. I was starving. I was iron deficient. I had $65 in my account, the most money I had had in fucking weeks. I was selling well and they were telling me I was funny, so what was the fucking problem? Those 5'7" guys being paid first? God forbid I almost had to block my landline, my landlord. And Optus was just about to cut me off. I was looking for a sign. What does it all mean? What was the universe trying to tell me? I'm thirsty. What's that over there? A piece of velvet? A piece of velvet sticking up out of the pavement? What could it be? What could it be? I pick it up out of the cement. I turn it over. It is not a sign. It's a business card. Channel 7's favourite Pasaka. Channel 7's favourite Pasaka. A mature-aged woman looking whimsically up at the camera. A Dolphin City glamour photo from the Dolphin City Plaza. A beautiful, vivacious blowout. A voluptuous purple feather boa. Dangly earrings to match. Denise. Who was this Denise? And what was the bridging, the becoming, the bridge was becoming? Where was the bridge that was becoming, the bridge that was becoming? I put that business card in my back pocket and I went on to the Wreck-A-Bite green room. I pulled it out of my back pocket and those Perth comedy girlies knew exactly who this Channel 7's favourite Pasaka was.
Oh, my Auntie Linda went to her. She changed her life forever.
She's, okay, you will not get a spot with her this late. She's literally the queen of psychics.
I heard she's booked out 18 months in advance.
What's she going to tell you that you don't already know? You're broke, you're hungry, and your skin looks like shit.
She might actually predict when you make it.
Will I make it?
If you make it.
I actually wonder what it's like being Channel 7's favourite psychic.
But who is this Channel 7's
7 of
favourite
Australia's most
psychic?
gifted psychics are about to take you on an incredible journey
What do you know?
into the unknown. Who will be the one?
Are you talking about Channel 7's one and only Pasaka competition from the year 2003? Hosted by the Andrew Daddo? How could I forget? So you're telling me Denise over here was the one that won the one, she was the one that won the one. She was the one that won the one. She was the one that won the, she was the one that won the one. She was actually the one that won the one. Now look at the one on her right or left in the blue t-shirt. He really Ricky lead her. Because he gets the most psychic work, I think, in the whole country. Denise was the one who won the one. You know what? I'm going to text her. I'm going to give her a little text. That's the worst thing that happened. So I give her a little text and she gets back to me in 3 seconds flat.
Ruby, I've been waiting for your text.
Oh.
You silly bitch.
Oh my God.
Usually I'm booked out for 18 months in advance. But I can predict that my 10 a.m. appointment tomorrow will be cancelled.
Oh.
It's usually $120, but for you, $65.
How does she know I $65 in my account?
Because you're desperate. You stupid bitch.
Well, she was right about one thing straight off the bat. Her 10 a.m. the next day was cancelled and I was in. And boy, did I fucking look good when I rocked up at her real house. I rocked up there ready to be saved. Ready for some reassurance. Ready for no matter gay, straight or bi. You know, so right, baby, you're born this way. I was ready for it. I was coming in. I just needed an old lady to tell me that I was going to be okay. I'm going to be fine, whatever. Nah. I went tin tan tun tun shin shon on the front door. She opened up, fair enough. She had aged about 25 years, changed her chop and gotten a haircut. But still looked just as glamorous. However, she took one little look at me and she fucking flipped out.
You're as bloated as a poisoned puppy.
Oh, no.
You've got to stop rescuing dogs.
Who?
You lie with dogs and you rise with fleas. Do you really think you're going to teach an old dog new tricks?
Maybe.
It's a pattern of always choosing the dogs that need help and barking up the wrong tree when it comes to men.
Hey.
You're being bitten by all the dogs you're feeding.
Cool.
Watch out for that man coming with the dog.
Where's he coming from behind?
He's as crook as a dog's hind legs.
Okay.
Beware of the dog that's coming for you.
It's coming?
Because it's coming.
Oh.
Stop choosing to risk the dogs. Dogs.
Thank you, Anko. And then she slammed that little door ting-tong in my face. How was I going to break it to Denise that I rescue cats, not dogs? But yet, how am I going to get my fucking $65 back because I am fucking starving and I still have to get home? And if I dare open that Uber app, I still owe them $23.60. But you see, my friends, this turned into 12 excruciating long months of realising each and every fucking time a dog has almost ruined my life, and I have just lived to tell the tale. Now this is a really fucking long story, yeah? But lucky for us, Denise here has broken it up into 3 different parts. Don't read that, especially if you're a neurodivergent. Just knows this. There is a psychic, a dog, my tight little tasty juicy and Australia's favourite golden girl from a little shanty town now known as the Gold Coast Surfers Paradise, and her name is Mercedes Corby. I am sitting on a very, very, very big secret. Probably the biggest secret in Australian pop culture history. Yeah, the biggest fucking secret I bet you'd all want to know. But my name's Ruby Teys. And am I going to tell you that secret? Or am I gonna be a fucking dog? Welcome, everyone! Now, some of you may know me from a little show, a little grassroots comedy musical original Australian cult classic, Chappelle. About the trials and tribulations of our hottest third world jailbird, Chappelle Corby. Now, if you didn't know, in 2004, Chappelle Corby was a beauty school TAFE dropout from the Gold Coast who had done lots of hard work on her assignments and thought, I'm going to have a little break. I'm going to visit my sister Mercedes Corby in Bali for her 30th birthday. So she went through Denpasar Airport with her younger brother James and 2 best friends and a bright yellow boogie board bag. Inside the boogie board bag was a matching yellow boogie board and 4.2 kilos of marijuana. Now some say she was just a silly girl from the Gold Coast who plucked those eyebrows too thin. Others say she was just a silly girl from the Gold Coast who accidentally was in the middle of a major baggage handler operation that had been going from Sydney to Denpasar from 2001 all the way up into 2004. That's 3 whole years. Others say that allegedly, her dad was the biggest drug dealer on the east coast of Australia and would embezzle $180,000 of fish and chip. I mean, just kidding. Druggy profits into their fish and chip shop in Tugun called Family Fish and Chips under the description prawn cocktail. We at Chappelle, the musical, our stance was, who gives a fuck if she did it or not? But we really did. You see, this story changed crime reporting in Australia forever, with rolling coverage from 2004 right up to 2017 when she was finally deported. And I've just put together some of my favourite clips. Please join me.
Here she is. Now, following this convoy, we believe that they're heading to the parole office.
To be the only media that's following this particular convoy. Is Chappelle in these cars? We're not 100% sure.
A large bottle of vodka and cakes were delivered to their door.
But no Chappelle.
Corby's coming home, my favourite.
Corby's coming home.
She's done her time. found the Lord. I bet you ain't bringing no boogie more.
These are pictures of Chappelle Corby's plane arriving back home in Australia into Brisbane for the first time in 13 years.
They had a flat battery. One of them told one of the cameramen that they'll have to look at getting a jump start. There was a plane that just arrived here at the Children's Home not that long ago.
Amanda, we're just going to stop you there. We're going to go back to Bianca Stone now. Bianca, what are you seeing?
Mercedes. And then the anti-terrorism operation of our lifetime. We think that we are watching them come down the highway, but they're watching us from the Golden Ibis, watching them go down the highway, and they've already fucking arrived. What the fuck? I think about it once a week. Who paid for that? Who paid for that? Me. Of course, I was typecast for this musical. I was typecast as Australia's favourite media wrangler, family spokesperson, Suzuki scooter riding blonde bombshell, can't Stefanovic, which he still fucking never messed with. Everyone's favourite big sister, Mercedes Jane Corby. Is her middle name Jane? I just made that up just then. And I wondered for years why I was chosen out of 11,000 girls who looked like me, spoke like me, had the same hair as me, same experience as me. And then I watched this little video and I thought, okay. I won the very last helpman for that. Now, every night for 5 years, I had the common person on their feet screaming and cheering. I would go backstage after the show, tattoo boobies, kiss little babies, TikTok dances for maybe 4 hours. And then I would make my way back to the shared accommodation, which was usually a little shack in the middle of a paddock that we weren't supposed to be at. I would squeeze out my last little bit of $4 Woolish cleanser and wonder if it will last on the 6 weeks. And then I would go over to the shared communal rice. What was left for the protagonist? What was left for the protagonist? Poor little protagonist. Holding the whole show up, what is left for her? Usually 6 little pieces of squish squash of soy sauce. Looks good though. And then the intrusive thoughts started. What would it have really been like lying on a grotty Balinese jail floor, sharing gastro and tinea with your cellmate who's probably just flogged you for the 6th time that day, where your mind becomes so fucking lucid you are convinced that your dad, your dead dying father, is rotting away in your drop toilet. I can tell you now, it's a bit like being mid-comedy festival circuit. And for what? For what? 4.2 kilos of marijuana? 4.2 kilos of marijuana. I know some of you fuckers in here, especially you up there, you have smoked that before coming tonight. 4.2 kilos of marijuana. I have shoved more into my tight little tasty juicy to get into the Subsonic Music Festival. 2 words. Girls, vacuum seal. Vacuum seal. Go down to Target, they'll sort you out. Now, which brings me to my very first story. Where it all starts, where all good stories start. You see, before showbiz, I also had a long, illustrious affair with a little island in Indonesia, Bali. 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 The land of $1 cigarettes and really, 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 really genuine fake Louis Vuitton duffel bags. Everyone's root chakra is released in Bali, especially if you accidentally clean your teeth with the tap water. Bali is like an adult's lollipops playland. Lollipops playland. It's like winning the meat raffle every night. Defrosting after 8 months of living in Katoomba. It's like happy hour, 24 in a row. Unless, of course, you're stuck, you're fucking caught with a little white pill in your Alex Perry clutch. Touch anything electrical or you are, in fact, Balinese. Now, I once met a divorcee, a new divorcee, who was probably 5 weeks out of his official divorce signing. He was having a Nelly Furtado say it right moment under a waterfall in Uluwatu, South Bali. In one day, in one night, say it on, say it right, and I was swine, please no. By the second verse, he had swallowed 350 mils of that waterfall water. 5 weeks later, he burps up a soft shell parasite that scuttled away. Now, I've never been more grateful for the iPhone 11. Look at that peachy definition. A divorcee with your own parasite. What do you mean you only got half? Silly. Now, I did politics at one of the 4 Sydney major universities. So you can imagine, every fucking week was class warfare. It was me against everyone else's kids whose parents were in publishing. I did politics, and this week's debate was Indonesian exports. My specialty. My specialty. I could see them coming. R.M. Williams. North Face puffer up to here. White tote, one of them said sticky fingers, don't ask. But where are you hiding your trust fund? Under your Ralph Lauren floppy hat? Your Ralph Lauren floppy hat? Your Ralph Lauren hoppy hat? In the heat of the debate, they pull out the trump card. Knocks me for fucking 6. They say Bali. Bali is just a tropical slab for the white working class to feel special for the very, 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 very first time in their lives. I said, well, Declan. High distinction! Me and Wayan still text. Which brings me to my 22nd time in a Bali in a row. My 22nd time Bali in a row, I was probably about 20 years old. The year was 2012. It was January, Friday afternoon, 6:45. The sun was coming down over Kuta Beach. And I was at a bar called Alley Cat's Bar, and who was I standing next to? Why? It was Mercedes and Chappelle's younger brother, Mick Corby Jr. And that very afternoon, I came this close to finding out the truth about what happened that fateful day in Denpasar in 2004 with the boogie board. You see, I was with a bikie surf gang from Maroubra. Do you know the one? My best friend Annabelle had just come runner-up in Miss Australia. And one of the prizes for coming runner-up in Miss Australia is you actually get to date the leader for 8 weeks. Now, Mick and I shared some nasi goreng, which is Indonesian for fried rice, and had some chips out of the very same bowl. We were sitting around this round table, a round wooden table, sharing strawberry daiquiris out of this big strawberry daiquiri dispenser. You'd finish your strawberry daiquiri, you'd go up, kasanta, lime splice. Fantastic. Now the bra boys, the bikie surf gang from Ringworm, were a lot like the 7 dwarves. Some of them were getting tattooed at the same time. There was Bashful. He didn't say much, he just grunted, and he was really big, and you'd just look over and sometimes his knuckles would randomly start bleeding. There was Sneezy. He loved racking the Indonesian Dexies. There was Sleepy. Poor guy's eyes were fucking out of his fucking sockets, and he would always go under the table and suck through this little white straw, and I used to think, what is he doing? And then there was my favourite, Dopey. Now Dopey was getting tattooed. Today, he was paying homage to his cousins by getting each one of their initials on each one of his toes. The problem was he had 18 cousins and only 9.5 fucking toes. He said, oh, what am I gonna do? I ran out of toes. Hey Dopey, why don't you just double up? Gee, I'll double up. Double it up. Thanks, Couture. And then Big Dog, the leader, who was dating my friend, who was really fucking good looking for 2012. You know the one? Kind of haggard but cheekbones. That. He spots Mick Corby Jr. next to me and he goes, yeah. Walks over to him. Looks him dead in the eyes. You're going to play the character? So, Mick, stop fucking around. That boogie board in 2004, did you do it or what? Here we fucking go. We're going to find out. Here we fucking go. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm going... Annabelle, we're going to find out if they did it or not. This is Annabelle. What? Did you steal it? What? Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Big Dog. Mick. Oh, he was just about to say it. Because in this setting, you're not going to fucking lie, are you? This is me. Going, what the fuck? This is crazy. Annabelle. Huh? Big Dog. Mick. Oh, it was just about to come off his tongue. It's just about to come off his tongue like this. It's just about to say it. I look down, I look up, it's coming out now, 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 and then I hear it. It's Big Dog. He has shat his pants. He has shat his pants so violently that there is shit sharing around his 3/4 Billabong board shorts. And he started walking and I could hear on his Savannah, so... And then I heard a... Bashful. Sneezy. Sleepy. And then when it hit me, I fucking held my ass. I held my ass, this diarrhea, AK-47, straight up my shoulder, up my ear, and in my mouth. And I thought, if I move my mouth, I'm going to eat my own shit. I'm going to eat my own shit if I fucking move. And this isn't just shit. This is battery acid, voltage fucking shit. This is big shit. Clumpy, didn't even hit the sides, just went straight through. We had the daiquiri dengue fever. The daiquiri dengue fever. Those strawberry daiquiris went straight through us, as quick as Alan Jones went through the under-17s rugby side at the King's School in 1973. You couldn't run, you couldn't hide, but you were just taking off. You were just taking off and no one was counting down. You know what I'm saying? I swear we've done this for more than 10 seconds and all I could see was the fear in this scary man's eyes. All I could see, you couldn't run, you couldn't walk. Dopey tried to run. Dopey tried to run. Went to hospital, cracked the back of his skull, going tits up in the shit that came straight out of the guy getting the Matraville and Botany postcodes on his knuckles. I've never been able to look at peas, carrot, corn, a little bit of spam the same way again. To this day, we call that fateful event Hurricane Nazi Gorang. Now, I never saw the Bra Boys again. The bikey surf gang from Maroubra, shit, motherfucker. I never saw that bikey surf gang from Maroubra again. Big Dog dumped my friend on the Viper call the next day. He said, "Sorry, Dal, only feral bitches shit themselves in public." And I tell you now, folks, that was my first foray. That was my first foray, my first example, what was going to lead me into the rest of my life. And let me know that women were held at a much higher standard than even big dogs and their little shitty chihuahuas. My friend Annabelle was 5'9", had the tits of a golden god, had a master's degree, and she was the pillar of the community. This man had 2 sexual assault charges and had gotten off a double murder twice. But sure, let me do a little shit in my pants. When you fucking shat first! Fucking dog. Now, sorry, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. I'm hot spotting. Now, back to the 2 unluckiest bitches in being singlet history. Women that are held at a much higher standard than most of the criminals in Indonesia. It was quite a 360 moment, worlds colliding, a fateful day. I started to believe in the magic of the universe when I was cast in this show. Because it's quite funny. Me and the real Mercedes have a lot in common. Bogan, beach, Bali, Bacardi breezes. But we were dying for them to come to the show. For 5 years, we begged, we tried, we called PR managers, publicists, talent agents. I went to a baby shower, distant cousins, anyone who'd bought a battered barramundi from the Tugan family fish and chip shop, anyone who fucking graduated fucking Logan High in the early 90s. 9 MSN, the Daily Mail, 9 Honey, New Idea magazine had done several 1,452 articles about why they weren't coming because they were sick of being mocked. And I said, fair. It's true. But this show wasn't about fucking low-brow humour. This show was a comment on the Australian media whenever they fucking go buck wild when there is a little hottie at the centre of a national scandal. If you look at Australian pop culture history, I bet you think of the 5-litre black and gold Napolitana from Franklin's. You know, the 5-litre black and gold. Yeah. If you look at Australia's fuck my ass. If you look at Australia's national archives. Okay, this is what happened in rehearsal. I was doing a joke about doing chives, and now I've fucked it up. I bet when you look at Australia's pop culture history, you think of the 5-litre Napolitana black and gold from Franklin's supermarket. Yes? Do you fucking think about that? If you look at Australia's National Archive, if you go back through it and think of the 3 most reported on stories ever in Australian history, this is the top fucking 3. Coming in at number 3, my strawberry flavour, my gorgeous ranger, Julie Gillard. Coming in at number 2, vanilla for the Jehovah's Witness, vanilla for my Lindy Chamberlain, and coming number 1 for my E. coli coloured brown, Chappelle Corby. The top 3 stories ever written, ever reported on, ever broadcast in this country. Something very oddly similar about them all. Little hotties caught up, the face-off, a national scandal. And look, it was true. The misogynist over the ABC's The Chaser had hung them out to dry, with several thousand telebits about how they looked, spoke, or where they were from, and our grandfather of morning TV just didn't know why they couldn't get a job at Woolies instead of doing SAS Australia or my personal favourite, Dancing with the Stars.
What was tougher, doing this or spending those years in a Bali jail?
Well, it's completely different, Kochi, yeah.
Yeah. Look, 5 years we toured the show, and finally, for our last little spot, we came home to Queensland, where it is sunny and the palm trees were behind us. The city was abuzz. Brisbane Powerhouse had never seen such a good show. The rave reviews came out. The people were so happy to see us. And someone must have sent a few little spies, a few little spy girls, because I woke up on Wednesday morning, mid-show run, thank you, with a new little Instagram follower. Who could it be?
And you know it's a real help when she like my boxing code group POV. I walked into the green room and I said, management, look at this. A new follower on the Instagram. They said, don't you fucking dare. Don't you put your fucking foot in it. You're not going to reach out to them, you stupid little bitch. You're going to ruin it for us, you silly protagonist. You can do lots of stories to show that there is a vibe, but we will be contacting them from the professional account, and we will invite them to a private show where we will not be tailgated by the Daily Mail. Do you fucking hear me? Is that okay? She never watched my stories. And you know that professional little inbox? It slid into the other inbox. Now think of your other inbox. Now think of Mercedes Corby's other hellfire-escaped fucking shit. She's not looking in there. The show closes. We have missed our opportunity. And for the second time in my life, I have the fucking shits. I am broke. And we have missed our opportunity to show our life's work to the people it is about. And then we're just over there. The show closes. I'm iron deficient. Squelch, squelch, squelch. 5 weeks later, I'm visiting my cousin in Coolangatta. And I think I could send her a little message. I could just send her a little message. She'll probably never see it, but I shall try. I I'm not contracted anymore. I sent her a little message. Hi, Mass. Good to be here. I'm in Toontown visiting some family at the moment. Lie. Finished all my silly comedy stuff. And I'm working on some relaxation, the biggest lie I've ever told. I'd love to catch up for a second coffee if you're keen. Oh, good if not. Now, this is ADHD. Also, want to let you know that I really stuck it to him at the show on your behalf. Have a beautiful Saturday, apes. 3 hours go past. 3 hours go past. She hasn't looked. She doesn't check Instagram. She's stupid. She doesn't have it on her phone. She's TikTok. She's going to do short TikTok. She's no, I'm leaving on Monday, so I fucked it. You know what? I tell her tingle, 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 and she'll go on my phone. There is a tingle, 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 tingle on my phone. I look down. I don't look down. I look down. Who could that be? Oh, that's a rather French-Canadian name. Who could it be? Don't tell me. Hi, Ruby. Thanks for your message. How long are you here for? I'm at work until 11 p.m. tonight and work tomorrow. Mercedes, that says to me, fuck off, you stupid bitch. You never contact me again. Fuck off. Hi, Tom. Here until Thursday morning. I can meet you anytime, anywhere. I have a very busy schedule. No sweat at all. Cool. I'll message you on Monday, or if you're out and about tonight around 11, let me know and I can meet you and say hi on my way home. Tugun Pub is across the road from my place. Seeing white, seeing... Actually, we are going to Siblings for dinner and some cocktails at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 for dinner. The old and the last Kira Pizza Hut all-you-can-eat buffet in Coolangatta and the Gold Coast. You are welcome to join us. I go into radioactive. Hi, darling, no worries. I thought so. No worries. I'd love to join you. Is this tomorrow? If so, happy to join. You did like to catch up me there. 5:30. I love cocktails too. I love cocktails. I love 5:30 cocktails. Yeah. You stupid fucking bitch. Tomorrow, you dumb slut. If you're staying in Tugun, we can pick you up if it's easier. Chat tomorrow. Bedtime for me now. Just like that. Just like that. Easy as that. After that E. coli accident, my gut has never been wrong. If anything, it's more of a superpower. And she's going, cease and desist, cease and desist. Roundhouse kick to the face with a drop, crunch, tree of life pants. She is going, if history is anything to go by, the Corby's just got $450,000 of damages from Channel 9. They're going to take your last $5.50. Were they going to sail me out to Kira Bay, tie a microwave to my feet, push me overboard, tiger shark? Was I walking into a booby trap? Because that's kind of nice, but half nice, like... and I've been blindsided before. The blindsiding of a century. The blindsiding of a century in story number 2. Now, who here has been dogged? Has anyone been dogged? Has anyone been dogged? Have you been dogged? Stand up. What's your name, darling? Tina. Tina, how have you been dogged?
Okay, so one of my ex-partners actually cheated on me with my cousin. I didn't know that until she got pregnant.
Yes, now look like a little bit more.
No, that's it.
Okay. Oh no. Baby Tina. Oh, it's not Tina. What's your cousin's name? Cut off.
Yeah, she's her name's Jo.
Jo. You like Jo. You're a bastard. Now, there's a point in your career, people, where you haven't made it yet, but you're in the green room. You're in the green room. It's just about to tick over, and it seems like you've been in the fucking green room for about 12 years. And it's beautiful because your audience starts to find you. And that's when you know you're living your fucking truth. Thank you, Tina. Dogging, let's have a look. In Latin, caninas. It's a verb to let someone down, to rip someone off, to get maggot in the part with strangers. Start fucking those maggot strangers as other maggot strangers walk past and have a look. Or the general one used in the states and territories of this great nation just to be a shit. Now, I have been dogged 3 different ways all at the same time. I've been dogged by an emotional support chili dog, by the sexual position dog is star, and by a disappearing dog. If we're still struggling, use it in a sentence, he dogged me. Now, I met a boy called Joshua on the application Hinge. Now, you can imagine a bogan that loves barley, bleach, and Bacardi breezes. My predicted Hinge algorithm is pretty fucking mediocre. Here's the mediocre scale, and it always hits dead straight in the middle. That's double fucking mediocre. I'm talking cotton on, industry, platypus, wagon, cotton on, industry. I'll go on Hinge maybe every 6 Sundays when I'm feeling extra scary. And every time I re-download the Hinge, it's the same 11 people for about 12 fucking years that have been trying to poke me, tickle me, sending me roses. They're $5 each. Fucking poor Declan. I never made that connection, but cool. And it used to be 12, and Josh was one of them. And it was the beginning of the 2021 second lockdown, you know, when everyone here lost their fucking minds. My eyebrows have just fucking grown back. I gave Josh a chance. I gave him a chance, but I had to bar him straight away because the sex was so bad. It was like fucking someone who'd just been pulled out of an avalanche and still in boots with good on Mr. fucking Frostbite. This was his face before, during, and after. He begged me for another go. He said, Ruby, we could be shut down for 2 years and you'll never feel a human touch. Please, give me another shot. I'll melt a little bit. So with a gun to his back. I said, okay, I will give you another go under one condition. That you collaborate on the Sexy Sensual Spotify playlist. The Sexy Sensual Spotify playlist that we're gonna fucking play the next time we fucking do it, so that you fucking defrost a little bit, so that you fucking relax a little bit. I added 37 songs. 37 of the most sensual, beautiful, lyrically expressive, sonic journey songs you could ever fucking imagine. Joshua adds 2 songs. 2 songs. Those two songs, Let's Get It On and Sexual Healing! Fucking no idea! Walking blind in a blizzard! But you see, there were people dropping dead in the street. We didn't have enough vaccines. Bloody Sparrow Clean was on the fucking telly, and Olivia and Show going, now is the fucking time to sign that dotted line with whoever you fucking need to, and that's the last person you're ever going to see again. So I said, okay, Josh, this is our only opportunity. You get one more climb of the mountain, and if you don't reach the fucking summit, you're going to have to fucking stick to bouldering. The man had two sides only, split personality. Anxiety, bouldering. That's it. Bouldering. The toe shoes, micro shorts. How many fucking clips do you need? You don't even go very fucking high. What are they doing? Josh had something else. A staffy called Sappy. A Staffordshire Terrier called Sappy. You know, those beautiful designer staffies with the grey coats and those crystal blue eyes. I like to call them the alpha's compromise for antidepressants. A substitute, if you will. Josh really needed to take his anxiety medication. Like, really needed to, but he thought, actually, instead, I'm going to do a little substitute in the Jeep. I'm going to drive to Botany Plaza. I'm going to walk up 2 sets of escalator stairs. I'm going to walk straight into Pet's Paradise, and I'm going to give them $7,500. And then I'm going to give $600 for the tubes to be tied, and then I'm going to get $53.60 for some creamy Wagyu beef biscuits. Welcome home, problem fucking solved. The Staffordshire Terrier, the perfect emotional support animal for the man who loves a teeth whitening strap. The Staffordshire Terrier, the perfect support companion for the man who loves a pristine white Nike number 1. The Staffordshire Terrier, the perfect support companion animal for the man who loves a Calvin Klein number 1. He got it from Nan in 2005 and thought, you know what, if it ain't break, do not fix it. And that's what you thought about this comedy show, because this is your 3rd time, isn't it? The Staffordshire Terrier, the support emotional animal for the man who loves, let's see, the iconic same-day delivery. Every night I do this, I think that's looking more like a Balinese $1 cigarette every time. Staffordshire Terrier, the perfect emotional support animal for the man who loves a grey shaded sleeve tattoo. A grey shaded sleeve tattoo to really connect them with their roots. To pay homage to their relatives. Their distant relatives. The Vikings. Now this is my neighbour Mick's tattoo. I said, Mick, why did you get that tattoo? He said, well, Ruby, it was 1994. I was walking down King Street, past Skin Deep Tattoo before it was owned by the Vikings. And in the window was this tattoo, and I thought, I've got to have it. I've still got the receipt, actually. And I said, Mick, what do you think that man's name would have been in the Viking times? And he said, I don't know. Maybe Tim? I thought, yeah. Maybe Tim. Why spend $34 on a heavily subsidised prescription each each and every month when you can have full responsibility of something with just as many needs as you, only Safi can communicate hers. Now, I wasn't at the point of nagging, yeah? Because I was, I don't know probably, but I wasn't at the point of nagging. But I was definitely at the point where I could plant the seed. So I would do this. You should take your meds. Trust me, you should take them. If I am an example, you will get something done. But every time I suggested that he always had one excuse and one excuse only. The same excuse. Just one little excuse. And this was the excuse.
No, I'm telling you, if I take them, I'm going to lose my goofy side. No, I'm going to take them. Yeah, I'll lose my goofy side.
It's funny because Josh was about as goofy as mine having been sexual. Now, in lockdown, Josh went by a very particular schedule each and every day. Now, this might be an example of what happened on day 142, which was which is a Wednesday in September. But this happened each and every day, not a minute over, not a minute under, even on the fucking weekend. Let's take a look. 1 p.m. Answer the door to Ruby. Did someone just say 10 minutes? 1 p.m. answer the door to Ruby. 1:10 eat a hot chili for lunch. Usually the chicken ticket type. 1:35 vigorous sex in the doggy style. 1:45 kick Ruby out. 1:47 3 hours of the lacrosse fits. Each and every day for maybe 145 fucking days. Today was day 142, a Wednesday in September. 1:37. We were having vigorous doggy style sex after a hot chicken tikka lunch. We've done it the same for 142 days. But today, something was different. Something happened. Something was a little different today. Josh, who never spoke during, before, after, whispered something into my fragile little ear. Whispered something. He whispered, slide forward. But he had a Welsh accent, so it was like this. Sniffer. Slide forward. Something new on day 142. Something new. He must really be starting to like me now. I must have really passed the test. I knew I could do it. I knew my beautiful smile would melt down those icy cold balls and reveal something new, maybe a heart. Ooh, not too soon. I slid forward. And then I felt a breeze tingle tumble, boom, straight up my anus. A stroke, if you will. A stroke. It got longer and longer. This was definitely a chicken ticket tongue. This was almost in 4D. Getting right in my chili bin. Now, with this man, it was 1 step forward, 1,000 steps back, so you fucking best fucking believe I was on my best fucking behaviour. Yeah! Wow! I love it! So good! It's so good! I kind of liked it. It's getting a bit sloppy now. Yeah, ooh, I mean, it was a jump, wasn't it? But stranger things could happen. Look at our situation. Ah, yeah, it's getting shoom, shoom. This time we've definitely done this before, but I try not to think about that because I believed I was the first. Yeah, okay, 3 minutes has gone past. Really good. My head kind of starts hitting the wall. Yeah, I love it. I try to turn back and give a thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, I love it. So then, I try and go like this, and it's so weird because usually I can see Josh's big CrossFit shoulders towering over me like that. Have you had that? But I really can't see anyone behind me. I really can't. And it's been maybe 3.5 minutes. And I should probably slide into another position because I'm like, shoot, it's like extend the olive branch and then I'll try something too. Or, but I really can't see Josh, and I'm going, Josh, and he doesn't say anything. So I'm like, if it isn't Josh, then who is eating my asshole right out? Who is eating my asshole? Who is sucking the pipe there? So I'm gonna turn around. And it just gets faster and faster. Like my legs have been detached. And I'm going to let my head go last. It's not Josh. It's Sappy! Tongue punching my poo dot. And I give it a ting-tang. And I bet you're thinking, no, Ruby, what a fat lie. This is the Sydney Comedy Store. We need receipts. We need some evidence. So let's fucking take a rewind, you fuckers. 135, the usual findings, etc. Day 122, nothing unusual happening here. It's been done before, it'll probably be done again. Fucking hell, they could have just given me a vaccine. This is what I thought Josh said. Slide forward to do this. I've added some hair. That's quite a rock star move. Slide forward to do this. He didn't say slide forward. Sniffer. What he really said was, I am going to the toilet! Sniffer, in the toilet! Sniffer, in the toilet! So Josh comes back. I think Sappy got into those chicken tikka leftovers. Jumped up on the bench because she's allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants. And take a girl to dinner before you give her a ringworm. And she did give me a ringworm. 2 days later, I felt a spicy flutter in my pork dutter. The perfect ringworm. Right around the seam. scratching your ringworm. You will not be able to heal it if you keep scratching it. I said, Dr. Carroll, it's really hard not to scratch your own ringworm when you need to wipe your own ass. And this is a little song about that. Turn it up, brother. iMessage turned from blue to green. His phone rang to voicemail. His find my friends was pinging in the middle of Victoria Park Pond. And if you're in Sydney, you know that's a really fucking big pond. As per the schedule says, I rock up that day at 1 p.m. on the dot. Ting tong tung tung on the front door. No one answers. So I wait for 2 hours. I just sit and wait for 2 hours. And then his housemate Kez came home from a hot girl walk, hands full of toilet paper, groceries. He said, "Ruby, what are you doing here?" I said, "What do you mean? Hasn't anyone told you? Josh has died."
Oh, sorry, he's dead.
What?
Oh yeah, big bummer.
I don't think he knew, that was just a coincidence. And then I was going, we were greeted by the pitter-patter of little paws. Safi, and in her mouth she had been chewing a pristine Nike Air Force No. 1. Confirmation enough that that man was absolutely fucking dead. And I said, what do I do? Do I clean up the room? Do I take the dog? Do I call the white lady? Do I call because every time I asked about family and friends, he said he didn't have any. And I'm the FBI, and I did this. And I couldn't find one connection to Josh. So I was like, well, what does someone who's done doggy style for 144 days do in this situation? He said, don't worry, we've got it under control, we'll call you. I said, fucking wait a second, Kez, how did the fucking man die? How did the man die?
Yeah, he was on the wrong medication, I think.
So the night before, Josh had started taking his anxiety medication for the first time. And he had this really weird chemical imbalance reaction, and he accidentally suffocated slowly overnight. And they found him in his bed at 8:30. And my first thought was, because I wasn't at the level of nagging, but I went. No, this is not funny. And he said, no, just go home. So I'm walking home. It takes me 7 minutes to walk home, but it took me 2 hours to walk home that day. I'm walking in the tunnel, and then I think, oh, I can sit on my bed. I'm good at sitting on my bed. I'm going to do that. I sit on my bed, and I can't focus anywhere. I can look out the window at the chimney. I'm looking out there. The sun comes down. The sun goes up. The sun goes down. Goes up. Sun goes up. Fuck, what? I'm actually very good at getting in my bed, actually. Thank you. I'm going to get in my bed. I'm going to get in there. And I'm going to do what I do best and surf the net. I'm going to surf the net. It's so good. I clicked on anything. I think I clicked on 7 sexy singles in your area. One came Radio Sport and Honey. The YouTube came up. Great Nick Fanning surfer. I watched his highlights from 2014. Very exciting. And then that went straight into the nanny season 1. I love it. Perfect. And then I get a Facebook notification on my phone and on my Mac together, you know, like that? You know on Facebook, when someone blocks you and there is a 50-second window, you get notified in maybe the first couple of days of them blocking you when they post on a public forum or a closed public group. And then it takes about 50 seconds for the algorithms to catch up, then it's like nothing ever happened. Someone with Josh Power, Josh's exact name, posting on the Inner West Facebook, Flatmates Facebook group. Wow, the angels. They're telling me you are doing so good. You are strong and you have healthy coping mechanisms, and this is your treat because we are watching you. Who could this Josh Power Josh be posting on, his flatmates Facebook group be? Someone with the exact same name. The thing is, it wasn't someone with the exact same name. It was someone It was the real one. It was Josh, posting as a ghouly ghost from beyond the grave. Let's see what he has to say from the dead. Let's see. Hey, Chance! Looking for someone to fill a room at our terrace in Erskineville. Our housemate, Kez answered the door 2 days ago to say you had died, Josh. He's moving out and his room needs to be filled ASAP. DM for photos, rent, room, fucking rates, etc. Must be good with dogs. Turns out, Channel 7's favourite psychic, Denise, whenever she spoke about those literal mutt-fucking dogs, maybe she wasn't referring to the literal canine fucking kind. But you know what I'm really grateful for? I'm really grateful Josh never lost his goofy side. Because I tell you what's really fucking goofy in the year 2021? Faking your own fucking death is really fucking goofy! That's really goofy, that's really goofy. Alright, but who cares? It's 5:30, Cooling Gallery, here are siblings, and I'm gonna fucking make Mercedes! Who cares? And that's going, this isn't a good idea, because actually thinking about it on paper, it says parody. This is a comedy music, and sometimes my accent, I really let it out on stage. And sometimes I really leaked into those stereotypes when I was tired at night. And I'm thinking, there is something wrong with this. What am I doing? I'm very nervous. Here we go. So I rock up to siblings. Now, look at that beautiful old Pizza Hut buffet. They can't get rid of that because that's heritage instead. There's the beach, there's the buffet. What's the fucking problem? It's now a fabulous restaurant with a bit of deconstructed tapas and botanical cocktails. I'm fucking nervous. So what I've done is I've treated myself to a pop blower and ironed the shit out of my kitchen suit. Now my calf is starting to really let me down here. My cousin is in the car park with 2 switchblades just in case things kick off. To the restaurant and I'm starting to do like a tick 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 tick. My hands, they need to be on something and I see them in the corner. There's families everywhere. Good sign, 5:30 dinner, not so bad after all. Mercedes is with a really big guy. The kind of guy you'd see running a construction site or the special friend of the treasurer at the CMFEU. And they spot me and they wave me over and fuck my little tiny bottom. I'm sorry, here's my tail, it's playing the bass. We're going over. Everyone's laughing, everyone's a bit nervous actually. We're looking at each other. I'm there already, I hold the back of the seat. We're going, hoo. Everyone's nervous. There's no elephants in the room, okay? There's just nothing wrong with anything that's happening here. And I pull my seat and it gets back a little bit and I'm and I sit down and I have to think of something really good to say right now. Hi, Merce, nice to finally catch up.
Your Instagram's so funny. I have a friend that also does topless waitressing and she's killing it.
Quite a little compliment for someone with absolutely no tits and $34 in her account. Now the big guy she was with was her boyfriend. They had met on a boozy night at Jupiter's Casino. Woke him up with the golden eye, was rolled over and thought, boozy. The thing was, he could smell a rat. He was sceptical, he was confused. He knew something was up.
Why are you two so similar? What's going on there?
And then Mercedes' demeanour changed. Her face dropped. She went like this, to whisper something in my ear. And I thought, fuck me, not again.
I've just called in sick for work tomorrow, so I'm going to get drunk tonight.
drowning. I needed any drink to stop looking so fucking visibly petrified, and this is how it went. Then one Prosecco, mojito since 2014. Margarita, spicy margarita, sure. Alizé. Who remembers Alizé? It comes in every red as well. 2007, wasn't it great? Tapas, espresso martinis, because it's dessert. And it was very, very, very dry. Black sambuca. Who the fuck? Black sambuca, fuck off! I'll eat dog shit if it turns out the devil isn't a bogan, because who the fuck invented black sambuca? My bogan accent started to pop, and I'm starting to be on. No one's dared talked about the show, or why we've just become best friends and known each other for 65 years. I'm telling stories, I'm making connections, I'm fucking on one, and I can't really open my right eye. And something has slipped my mind in gear number 3, and that is the bill. That's just come out. May I remind you that $34 does not equal $482. I thought I was going to die tonight, but not this soon. So now I've got to prepare myself. I've got to tell them that I've left my wallet at home, or I only have $34 to contribute, or I could run. So I'm getting ready for that, and I'm just trying to find my way into the conversation to be like, I know, my cousin is going to get me off, and I'm getting ready. I'm going.
You'll get this, and you can just buy us a drink at the next place we go to. $500? Are you sure? The next place? Yeah, the next place.
Well, what's the next place driving me to Toowoomba and leaving me there? Because $482 for a little zip zap zoom is pretty cheap, now that I think of it. Where's going to be open? On Wednesday night? In the middle of winter? In Coolangatta? Oh, the Coolangatta Hotel, great. Great. Just like Abbeycat's Bar back in 2012 at Cooter Beach, but this is at Coolangatta Beach, and it looks right over the fucking beach. And it is for the locals, and it was fantastic. And now I was really fucking going. When I tell you I was going, this is how it looked. We had more espresso martinis, more yes, we're going through. That guy's from the Daily Mail. We threw his camera in the sand and he stayed because the vibe was so good. I was telling stories, I was meeting cousins, I was going for it, keep it going. Okay, that guy was from her neighbour in Bali, and was also now her neighbour in Coolangatta. What a coincidence, sometimes they get Botox together, it was so good. Everyone is having so much fun, and oh my god, here's a little video I took. Mercedes, they said, no, leave me with the vlog anymore. You're fucking out of style, mate. You're out of style, mate. In the middle. And so we're the same age. You're the same age. You're the same age. And then we end up in the bathroom together, one-on-one, for the first time that night. Maybe now's the time I show her the tattoo I got in her honour just yesterday, to signify how monumental this role was for my career, and how the Corbies held up the whole of Australian political pop culture history forever and eternity. But then I thought, better not. So instead I went with this. We know your dad was a good man. And we know you all just tried your best. Your dad's a good man too.
you guys thought that. I read some of the reviews.
She didn't know my dad, but I'll take it. That's me and Dad in Bali. Me and my dad love Bali. It's like Chinese takeaway, then Bali. And we held each other's shoulders and began to cry about how good our dads were. Our dads were such good dads. They looked after their such good dads. I love Victoria Bitter, but they're such good dads. Sometimes they smoke too much, but they're such good dads. And then I pulled down my peach linen pants to show my unjust tattoo, and she stepped back and she was like this.
I so gotta get that. I'm so getting it. I reckon Chappelle will get it too. Come back to your house for a drink. And you can stay over if you like.
A fee payment? A little sissy sleepover? A sleepover?
It's always worth getting murdered. Should I go to the sleepover? Okay, well, we'll get a tattoo on the way home first. And then we'll quickly jump in the Uber and go to the finale, shall we? And we'll get out the Uber at Tugan Asian food takeaway. What type of Asian food are they taking away? I don't know. But I will have a large special fried rice and 3 deep fried dim sims. Delicious. And then we walk to her duplex, which is just round the back, and we come to the driveway. In the driveway is that Mitsubishi she got for her eldest son, Ryan. She tried to spray paint it gold with normal paint. Realised you can't do that without giving yourself blood poisoning, learn a hard way, 6-week recovery. I go into her duplex, which is a mix of beach and Balinese culture. That is me up against the family photos, modelling her really, really genuine fake Louis Vuitton duffel bag. She whips up some vodka sodas in the kitchen, and then she says, "Hey, I've got an idea. Come and meet my rescue doggies. I've got about 10 at the moment. I couldn't dare have them put down. Come and meet them. They'd love you." And I thought, here are the fucking nails in the coffin. Here are the nails in the coffin, motherfuckers. Because dogs can sniff out a really good person. A really good person. Watch me walk. Watch me walk. I walk out to the back patio. 3 are already wrestling over my feet. I'm such a good person. You can really sniff that out. I'm so good. I'm such a good person. A bush rustling over there? What could it be? I don't know. A big black dog, the biggest one. I couldn't work out what type of breed it was. It was like a mutt muesli, everything in it. Muesli. Come on. Is it a dog or is it a possum? A bush turkey? A fox? Come on, doggy. Come on. It's not moving, it's fine. Actually, don't let it watch you try and call it. Come on. It starts to show my scratches coming. I stretch out my arm, a really good person hand. As it's bounding over me, I really don't know what type of dog this is. It's coming straight towards me, and then it jumps. It's going past my hand, past my elbow, past my shoulder, and then it touches straight onto my front with a twist. And bites down, and down, and down, and down. With every growl pulsing down like this. Mercedes goes, "Ah!" and tries to wrestle it up, but it's too late. Because this little mutt rat dog, this little muesli mutt rat dog, has lockjaw on my tight, tasty, juicy pussy. You know when something really fucking hurts but you're trying to be polite? put a blowtorch into my vulva and press go. Her boyfriend runs out now. They both try and pull it off. Everyone wakes up, the neighbours on this side and this side, and they both jump over the fence, and then it's 4 men and 1 woman trying to pull this dog off my tight little tasty and I am trying to counterbalance. I'm seeing stars, and then we all together hear it from the root, a pop. My blood turns white. A second pop.
What?
And then a third, my artery, you fucker. And then a third and final pop. And then someone who looks awfully a lot like Vin Diesel gave one big whoosh and it flew over the fence with my peach linen pants and every single hair follicle I've ever grown in that nether region. And I hit the deck and I look up and it goes splash, splash, splash. And then I look down and my fanny is half hanging off. Mercedes has a Dettol wipe. 3, 2, 1, blackout. Blackout. And then I wake up in the back of an Uber. Bleeding out all over the back of a Toyota Camry. I look to my right. Mercedes says, "That's what I've been quicker than the ambulance." I look around. Where are we? The Coolangatta Highway. The Coolangatta Highway. Now something so beautiful about the Coolangatta Highway on a Wednesday night, Thursday morning from 4 a.m. in the middle of winter. No one else is on the road, just these beautiful stars that almost chase you down the highway. And you grow up and you wind up the road like this. Almost like you're going to heaven. And I thought, I'm going to die. I am going to die. Either I'm just about to die, I'm dead, this is dead, or I've been dead for a while, and they've got quite a lineup. So this is the video they show us. And I thought, how fabulous. If I'm going, this is how I'm going. Life imitates art, and my art has literally pierced my artery. And then I look over to my right and think, this woman has gone through 25 years of hellscape shit. And now I'm going to incidentally, die in the back of this Uber. And do you think the state coroner is going to be on her side? What about the Herald Sun? Sunrise at 7? No. So I think, what do I do just to let everyone know that this was just a big accident? How would I take lots of photos and videos so my parents don't sue into the high heavens? So this is what I came up with. I was trying my hardest. No, you can't swing along there. And then I drop my phone before I do my voice note that's going to be played on Media Watch. And I think, okay, what do I have to do to die? What do I do? I'm not very religious. Can't do the last rites. I've lost my phone. Do I try and get someone to scribble down last words? I'm known for my last words. What's my last words going to be? What could they be? I know. Hey, Merce. That boogie board in 2004. So, did you
just do it? They're going to tell me anyway upstairs in about 5 seconds. I'm about to die. Big bets. And then she looked at me and she said, so you're just like one of them. This always happens to me. You're just another one of them. I thought you were going to be different. I thought you were different. What are you here for? A photo? Why? You're so obsessed with this. What are you going to tell your friends who are really cool because you hung out with me? I'm almost 50 years old. And she was right. I'd taken 5,456 photos. And in my group chat, I thought I was iconic. And then she said, I don't know why this always happens to me. And then she started to cry. She said, I really didn't want you to get hurt. Just kidding, she said none of that. She said none of that. She said none of that. Suck my ass. She didn't say any of that. She was going to tell me. She was just about to tell me. She's like, what is it? It's coming off the tip of her tongue, coming off the tip of her tongue like this. I'm going in and out, in and out. Like, big girl, I'm going down. She's about to come out. She just didn't fuck, she didn't know where to start. And then I thought, stop. Don't fucking tell me. Don't tell me. Do not tell me. Don't fucking tell anyone if you did it or you fucking did it or not. Because one, I don't give a fucking shit. I couldn't give a shit if you did it or not, but this is the best fucking mystery in Australian pop culture, political history there ever was. You and your fucking sister didn't have to, but you fucking put us on your backs and you walked up the fucking hill. Do you know how much we owe you? We owe you more than a fucking musical. This woman is the answer. We owe this woman everything. You and your fucking sister really had us going. You must have made those networks millions and millions of dollars. Do you never ever tell anyone. Take it and fucking run. I hope you do a lot of little trips with that $450,000. That was fucking nothing. This is the best mystery in Australian history. Thank you. And then I blacked out. And woke up at Tweedhead's medical emergency as they were stapling my tight little tasty juicy pussy. I could hear Mercedes. She was kind of like watching over the junior doctor as he was putting a tetanus in my taint. A little tetanus in my taint. And I tell you what, ladies, nothing's fucking hit the same since. A little tetanus in the taint? Who's had a fucking tetanus in the taint? Fuck off. And this is when I thought maybe that $65 I spent on Denise would be the best fucking investment I'd ever made. It's a shame I had to shit my pants, get ringworm right around the seam. A man had to fake his own death. And I had to half puff off my tight little tasty juicy pussy to realise exactly why Denise was Australia's favourite psychic. My face was squished into the down of the bench. Mercedes felt sorry for me. She leaned over and whispered something in the air and said, fucking not again. Not again. Well, you're welcome to come for Christmas if you want. And we're going to make frozen margaritas. To this moment, people, life's about being a cunt and dealing with all the other fucking cunts in it. There's always going to be a dog cunt, a cunt with a dog with a cunt, a dog half hanging off your tight little tasty juicy cunt, trying to bring you down. And what is the point of dealing with all these fucking dog cunts day in, day out, week in, week out, if you can't live to tell the tale, if you can't live to twist its little tail straight in the ass, if you can't live to sit at the pub on a Friday night
and tell them the story again and again and again. Each time getting more and more and more gushy. And I thought, if I just survive this, if I just get out of this alive, if I just survive this and live to tell the tale, I'm never gonna shut the fuck up about it! And you think I went for Christmas? Do you think I went for Christmas? Absolutely I went for Christmas! I went for Christmas, and that night I went to the back patio, and do you know what? They forgot to put that dog down. They couldn't bring themselves to put the dog down. And that dog fucking bit me again. Thank you! Off my face. Woo! Thank you, Cindy!
You're desperate, you silly bitch.
Lie with dogs, you rise with fleas.